to see the hypnosis, baby? You want to see it now? Do you want to see it? I'll show you the hypnosis. Boom. Check this. I can take you to 10 years, and you're good for 20. And people at this time often says the F word, far out. Right? Far out. Huh? They go like, what? Yeah? So here's the deal. What will normal human beings inside of the hypnosis, inside of the indoctrination, if they're going through life like this, what will they do after they live in their own house, the first house they bought, 5 to 10 years? What will they do? Renovation. What else? Normally, what do people do? They after 5 years or 10 years, their income went up. Yeah? Sell it and buy a bigger one. So let me show you husband and wife talking to each other. Honey, yeah, you make a lot more money. That's right. So do you. Remember the hypnosis? We must match our income to our expenses. That's right. So let's sell this house, and buy a bigger one. The theatrical is for you. I know the material. The theatrical is for you. I'm trying to grow as a memory hook for you. But what the serious bit about it is that people have been paying the interest component first for a long time. They actually didn't pay any of the principal. And then the moment which they make a little bit more money, what they do is they sell the house and buy a bigger one. And in the bigger loan, in the next loan, when do they start? What year are they starting? Year 0. So you actually so help you God that in the last 5 to 10 years, the house went up in value a little. Huh? And I'm going to tell you this. I have been to many, many meetings. Accountants, financial planners, solicitors, politicians. And they say the weirdest thing to me, I'm just going to raise it now. They say the weirdest thing to me. The thing is, I see things. They say, well, you should own your own house. Why? Because when you sell it, you won't pay any capital gains tax. You hear this? Because when you sell it, you won't pay any capital gains tax. You've got to have your own home. Because when you sell it, listen to the command. Because when you sell, you will sell it. Why? Because you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. Because when you sell it, all right, okay, when I sell it, right? This is subtle. Because when you sell it, that's how we'll sell it. Because when you sell it, So most people will sell a house because they know how to make it. So they're going to sell a house, cash in a little equity that they have in their own home, that they bought in the most inefficient way. This I'm not even halfway through yet. So when you sell it, you don't have to pay any capital gains tax. Right. Now I'm going to show you something else. So what about all the tax that I paid going along the way? Excuse me? So back into the hypnosis, husband-wife team. I'm integrating a bunch of points. 5 to 10 years, they sell the house, buy a bigger one. Why? Because I'm indoctrinated to match my income to my expense. So I just take more debt on them. Right? Smashing the hypnosis. I'm actually taking it out. Around year 11, you pay the 100 grand back. Now, the money starts to go towards the principal. You guys got that? And then you start to see that the shape of the curve actually starts to go. Whoa. The bulk of the money now starts to go towards the principal. There you go. So by the time you pay these guys back, month by month, you probably pay them back $231,000. Here's the biggest consideration I want you to have right now. When do you pay for your mortgage? When? I understand some of you say to me, first Tuesday of the month. Some of you say every week. Some of you will say, it's automatic. I don't know. It goes from that account to that account. Right? But I want you to consider this. You pay for your mortgage after tax. So now you know that if Jimmy borrowed 100 grand and he pays back 239, you understand that 239 is net in his pocket. Cool? So now, You got to earn $356,000, right? To pay $124,000 to have the 239 in there. You guys got that? And the only thing you're meant to do is to borrow $100,000. Is this sinking in? So when you have a mortgage inside of the hypnosis or personal debt, let's get very clear. You go to work genuinely, got educated, went to work, and you own $1. Immediately, somewhere between 20 cents and 30 cents of that dollar goes to the government. So you're left with 80 cents. So far, so good? Now that you have 80 cents, you put, let's call it, you put the 80 cents inside of that mortgage. Be very clear. 71 cents of that 80 cents is going into the interest component. 9 cents is going into the principal. For the whole buck you worked. You guys got this. Now, this is, you borrowed $100,000 to have the 231, you got to earn 356. Because you earned 356, you paid $124,000 in tax to have the 231. I want to do a few things here. Okay? Please notice that the amount of tax is greater than the amount you borrowed. No conspiracy theory. Every house you bought another one for the government. Okay? I can go deeper here now. I can go darker. I can go really dark. As a matter of fact, I will, just because what's coming in the fifth case study. Let's go. Here's the governments of Western world going to young people. Come. Come. Oh, your fist on a grunt. Come. We'll give you 10 grand. Yeah. And we'll go, yay. Because you see, it's under hypnosis. I got to buy my house. And they're going to give you 10 grand. It's only a one-off. Wow. Thank you. The theatrical is for you. I know the material. Here's 10 grand, 17 grand, whatever, and you take it, right? When do you pay for your mortgage? After tax, after compounding against you. And the moment you make a bit more income, you sell the asset base and you buy a bigger one with a lot more debt in it. Thank you for playing. So when do you pay for your house? After tax, after compounding. You got to get clear on this. Because I'm going to show you a nice stream in a moment. It's going to blow your mind. So I want you to know the indoctrination is deep. Come by your house. Here's your face on the ground. So you go, yes, you take it. Woo! How many of you have got a mortgage? Can I see, please, see your show of hands? Got it. I want to invite you to the darkest moment of the day. And I promise from now on it's going to get better. This so far, the reason why I put the theatrical on entertaining, because I'm actually delivering a lot of bad news. Do you understand? Good news because you start to see it. And this is the that I promised you this morning, right? So I want to invite you to do a sum with me, right? So if your mortgage is $300,000, would you come with me and multiply all these numbers times 3? Because you see, this is a 100 grand mortgage. So if your mortgage is 300, what does the client manager in JDL Strategies already know about you? Is, baby, you have a bill for almost $1 million. So when you showed up here this morning, you thought, I have a $300,000 mortgage. That's how you see it. That's the indoctrination piece. I have a $300,000 mortgage. We don't think so. We think you have a $1 million bill. So you're going to have to work your butt off to make all this money, pay tax on it, and when you put the money in there and you think you're paying it down, you actually pay the interest component for years. Make sense? Mm-hmm. And then at the end of it, that's why it takes a lifetime to buy a house. Now, your mortgage is $1 million. See, we have another thing called MediGrow, right? MediGrow is an endeavor JDL does only for doctors. Cool? The average doctor shows here, they are intelligent humans. They're smart people. The average mortgage is $1 million. Why? All the years of medicine, no one set them down. And there's another thing really that goes with doctors. It goes like this. They don't see themselves as businesses. But the ATO does. Does you understand what I just said? Yes. A doctor doesn't see himself as a business. He's a healer. But no one shows up and says, hey, have you looked at the numbers? No, I'm too busy. And the ATO puts all these different rules that they can claim some stuff the other businesses can. Hello? Not cool. So, your mortgage 500,000, multiply this times 5. Your mortgage $1 million, multiply this times 10 times. So, rule number 1 for getting ahead in life, get rid of debt. Debt is cancer on your financial destiny, right? Now, there's a difference between personal debt and investment debt. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you how to switch the two of them. And I'm going to show you a debt reduction strategy. It's going to blow your mind. I'm telling you. I said this morning, tomorrow the skies will be bluer. And you're like, yeah, he's just saying it. The things will be sharp. I'm going to show you a debt reduction strategy today that you're going to go, oh my God, how good is that? Right? So moving on. This is very personal debt's like financial disease. However, please notice, the unspoken social agreement is to work our entire lives, matching our income to our expenses, and at the end we would own a house. That's the software for prosperity, and most people you know. If I ask you, which color do you prefer? Black or nya? What would you say?
Yeah.
What? Because it's almost impossible to choose nya. You may have a dare to go there, but you can't choose it if you don't know it. Does it make sense? So far so good? Mm-hmm. So most people will make their decisions within what they see. So your problems live here, the solutions to your problems that you think is possible lives here. But if the solution you're looking for is actually over here, right? And you can't see it, you cannot choose it. Make sense? Mm-hmm. So today is all about this. I'm taking this line out and put that possibility in there, and then you can choose it. By the way, you can not choose it, but you know it. Does it make sense? Yeah. But you know that, I choose not to. Okay. But the solution is presented. Do it make sense? So expanding the horizon for people is give them, and what I'm doing by showing you this is actually altering your permission to actually prosper. And that's where we're going to go, right?